I'm going to be doing a drugstore first impressions video slash haul kind of video. I recently got a bunch of new stuff from the drugstore, so I wanted to try it out live on camera so you guys can see my initial thoughts and reactions to all the new goodies. So if you guys want to see some new drugstore stuff in action, don't go anywhere because we're going to try a bunch of new stuff out. Okay, to start off, I'm going to be trying out this Peach Lavender Cushion Primer slash Corrector Duo from Physicians Formula. This has SPF 20 in there, so there's a little bit of sunscreen, and it's just in your typical cushion compact form. And it has the peach to correct darkness and then the purple to correct like dullness. So I'm actually just gonna take the peach side. I'm just gonna use that like in my eye area. And this is like the little applicator that it comes with. I don't know. I'm gonna try this because I always need the corrector for my under eye slash inner eye corner. I just always have darkness there. But this is the weirdest little applicator, so I'm actually just gonna use my fingers because what the heck am I gonna do with that? And also, as I'm applying it, that peach doesn't even look peach. It looks pretty much white, so I'm not understanding. Maybe because it has SPF in there, but I'm not really sure. I'm not going to apply it to my whole face because I don't know what it's gonna do, but I mean, I think it is correcting the darkness, but just because it's so white, not because it's peach. I don't really know how I feel about that, but we're gonna move on. So then I really wanted to try this out. This also has SPF 20. This is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation, and I got this in Soft Honey. So I wanted to try this out because it looked really interesting, and I haven't tried anything from CoverGirl recently, actually. So I'm going to apply this. And it's definitely scented, which I don't really like scented face products, to be honest with you. But whatever. Let's get these hoops out of the way. I don't want to take them off, but I probably should. And somebody's gonna get really irritated with me, but I don't want to take them off. Alright, so here's just one layer. I didn't go back to the pump and add more. I think it has really good coverage, actually really great coverage considering I didn't have to keep reapplying more foundation. There's a little bit of a sheen to it, as you can see, which makes it look really natural and healthy looking because it's not super drying, which I like. My skin, I don't know what it is, like especially my under eye area has been so dry, like I just look like a freaking crocodile anytime that I put on makeup under there at all, so that's good. I haven't done concealer yet, so I'm not really sure how it's gonna interact with that, but right now I really do like the finish and the coverage of this foundation. So next, I don't have a new drugstore concealer to try just because I was looking for the new one from L'Oreal and I can't find it anywhere near me. And since I couldn't find that, I'm just going to be using a drugstore concealer, which is relatively new, that I do like. I've used this in a video before, but this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and this is the light medium one. And I do like this quite a bit. It is a really nice, blendable, creamy concealer for the under eye area, which I'm always looking for something that is not gonna make me look cakey and crazy. So, of course, I'm gonna use that to highlight as well. But this is a relatively new product, and if you haven't seen me use it in a recent video, then you would think it was a first impressions, right? Am I right? So far so good. I think everything is looking very nice, very glowy. And yeah, so now I'm gonna set my face with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. Again, this is a new product. I used it in a video before and I do really like it. A lot of you guys said after I used it is that you couldn't seem to get any color payoff. You kind of just have to get off the top layer, and then it is more powdery, if that makes sense. So sometimes with drugstore products, you kind of have to scratch the surface to get to the good stuff. So if you bought this powder and you had that issue, then just maybe try scraping that off a little bit. I don't know what it is, but some drugstore products really are just like that. I don't really know why or what that is, but yeah, so I'm just using this to set. Then next, I'm really excited to try this out. This is the new Maybelline Master Bronze Face Studio Bronze and Highlight Kit. So I saw this and I thought this was like such a pretty little palette. So there's a few bronzing colors and then 2 like highlight shades. So I'm gonna take the bronzing colors. I think I'm just gonna mix a combination of these 2 over here, and I'm gonna use these as like my contouring shades. And I would say the color payoff is pretty good. It's not like chalky or too powdery. I feel like a lot of drugstore bronzers are like really like chalky and powdery with a lot of fallout, and I'm not having that issue, so I'm impressed. I have struggled to find good drugstore bronzers. A lot of people say the Physicians Formula one, but it doesn't show up on my skin. Like, I haven't been able to find one, so this is actually really, really pretty. It's not super orange or red. A lot of drugstore bronzers are a little bit more on the warmer side, and then they don't really look good as a bronzer color. So these are actually really nice. All right, so then I'm gonna take the highlighting shade and we'll see how that goes. Okay, it's showing up. It's actually not too bad. It's very, actually, way more than I was expecting it to come off, because I'm putting it on the brush and it doesn't look like much is getting on there, but it's definitely showing up. I think it's a little bit light for my skin tone. It's very, like, I would say it's more on the, it's really pretty, but I don't think this kind of color is flattering on my skin tone. Like, it's too white for me. So I'm just gonna go over it with my beauty blender really quick to tone it down and get some of that off, because it's just, it's not that it's like not pigmented, but it's just not the right color for me for what I like. I don't like a really white highlight. I like the gold tones. I just feel like it looks better on me. So then I'm gonna take a little bit of the color right next to it, which is a little bit darker, and let's put that on and see how that goes. Or if it's really gonna do anything for me at this point, I'm not really sure. Whatever. It doesn't look bad, it's just not what I like. I know some people like a really white, bright highlight. I'm not one of those people, but we're making it work, it's fine. But the color, I don't know, I feel like it's just a little extreme for what I like personally. So then I'm gonna be trying out this new blush from MILANI. This is their blush palette. Color Harmony Coral Beams is the shade. So here it is, really pretty, kind of like peachy coral tones in there. So I'm just going to swirl my brush in there and then just apply. And I believe this comes in several different shades. So if you don't like the coral, they have one that's more bronzy and they have one that's more pink. And so here it is. I think it looks really, really pretty. So as you can see, it's kind of blending with that highlight and making it a little bit more toned down and natural. And this is how I like to apply my blush. I like to apply it straight back. That's just how I think it works best for my face shape. If I put it directly like right here on my apples, like my face looks weird. I don't know. So I kind of just use it right above my contour area, but all face shapes are different. So just because I do it this way, if you do it on you and it doesn't look good, it might just be because your face shape is like different. So next, moving on, I'm gonna be trying out this eyeshadow palette from Wet n Wild. This is their Au Naturel eyeshadow palette in the color Bare Essentials. So I had some pretty colors in there, and I haven't tried a drugstore eyeshadow palette in a while, so we're gonna give this a go. I don't know, it's not having a typical color that I would usually use for my crease. So what I'm gonna do before I start in with that, I'm going to take this color here from the Maybelline bronzer palette, and I'm gonna use that as a crease color just because I need something a little bit warmer toned as my crease color. That's just what I need. So yeah. So anyways, we're gonna go back in with this palette. Let's see what we got here. So in this palette, you can see that this might work for a crease color. So I'm gonna add that in next. So this is number 7, and it's a little bit more taupe than I typically like to use in my crease, but we're gonna add it in there and see if it does anything for us. I'm not sure if it's really making a huge difference, but then I'm gonna take a little bit of the color right next to it, number 8. That's gonna go in my outer portion. And like I said, these colors are a little bit more on the cooler side. I don't normally use like such a cool toned brown, but the other palette that they had was kind of like cool toned also, but like in a purpley way. So I don't know, I like more like warm browns for my eyes, but we're gonna make this work in. The colors seem to be blending pretty well, so we'll see. I don't think I like the color combination of this palette. I'm gonna go back in with that Maybelline bronzer color just to kind of warm it up once again, because I don't really like that color. So I don't know, we're gonna make it work, but I don't really like it at all. To be honest, I just don't really like it. And I'm just adding it to the lower lash line also. All right, so next I'm gonna take this color right here, which is a gold tone shade. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put that on my lid. We'll see what it can do for us. I'm just putting that in the first half of the lid. And that's the reason why I wanted to get these palettes, because the golds look really pretty. So then I'm gonna take the first color, which is like this creamy, shimmery shade, and this is gonna go underneath my brow bone. I wish that this color didn't have shimmer in it, just because I don't really like not having an option for a matte brow bone highlight, but that's okay. It doesn't look bad though, actually. Now that I have that on, I don't think it looks bad. And before we move on, I'm going to take a little bit of that highlight from the Maybelline palette. I'm going to put that on my inner corner. Next, I'm going to be taking this Jordana Quickie Brow Eyebrow Pencil. This is in the shade Dark Brunette. So I'm going to try this out. I like to try new brow pencils, but sometimes they're very hit or miss. I'm super picky about eyebrow pencils. That's why a lot of times you guys see me using just a powder for my brows. It's because I don't like the texture of so many eyebrow pencils. So let's try this one out. Color-wise, it seems all right. The texture of the pencil is very soft. I don't like when the pencils are very soft. I feel like that makes them harder to use. Like if they're super soft, they're just gonna kind of go everywhere. I don't know if that's just me. I just like a harder pencil. I don't know how to describe it. The color is good, so that's important. All in all, eyebrow pencil, don't hate it, but I don't like love it. It worked well enough for me though, so that's good. All right, so now I'm gonna be trying out the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. A lot of people have been talking about this, hyping it up. A lot of people love it. Some people are like, meh, I don't really see what all the fuss is about. So I wanted to try it for myself. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, which I personally did not love. I loved the way that it made my lashes look, but it flaked on me like crazy. Like it would not stay on. Like it 3 seconds after applying it, I would already have flakes everywhere. So that's why I didn't like that mascara. I don't know, maybe you have to get the waterproof version, but I don't like waterproof mascaras just because they're so hard to remove. So yeah, this is not the waterproof version, but we're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how it goes. So the brush looks like this. I think it's pretty similar to the Better Than Sex. It's a little bit smaller, but it kind of has that grooved shape where it's a little bit narrower in the center, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, I already made a mess. Cool. Oh, wow. So there is one coat. I think that's pretty good for one coat. It seems to definitely be gripping my lashes and allowing me to, you know, extend them to the fullest height. So that is great. So I'm gonna go add another coat and see how it layers. All right, so other than that mascara glob that I have on my lid, I think that these lashes look really, really good. So I'm gonna apply it to the other eye. So that's what it looks like on. I'm pretty impressed. I really like the original L'Oreal Voluminous. That's a great mascara. I love it for its volumizing and layering capabilities. This one is really great. I feel like it lengthens a lot more than the original L'Oreal Voluminous, but still gives you that really good volume and pretty good definition. My lashes look pretty fluffy. They don't look clumpy, so that's always a plus. I don't like when my lashes all look like clumped together. So I'm gonna let that dry before I try to get off the excess mascara, but I am going to move on to the lips. All right, so first I'm going to line with a lip liner. This is the Maybelline lip liner in the color Nude. This isn't new, but yeah, you know. Alright, so then I have these. These are the Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Liquid Lip Colors. So I have two colors and I'm probably going to end up mixing because this one looks like it's going to be too bright and then this one looks like it's going to be too pale. So we're going to probably mix them, but I'll show you this one first. This one's called Strawberry Sundae and this one's called Buttercream Frosting. And just like that, now I'm freaking starving. Okay, so... oh my god! Smells like buttercream frosting. I just had like 8 pieces of cake in the last week because it was my birthday, but now I want more. This color is bright though, oh boy. Alright, so that's one layer of it. It's definitely too bright for me. Like, who am I? So then I'm gonna take buttercream frosting. Alright. Maybe I should just do this one by itself because I feel like that pink, I'm not gonna be able to get that pink on my head. Maybe I just need to start over. What is wrong with me? Like, why can't I just wear like a colored lip and not have a panic attack? So I'm gonna put buttercream frosting on by itself because I'm a little baby and I can't deal with color. But this is a pretty light nude. Texture of it is nice though. It doesn't feel like super drying and crackly on my lips, which is nice. But the color, I don't know. I feel like it's too light. Let's just add some more. Let's just do more. Okay, this is the Soap & Glory Pillow Plump. And I have not tried this before, but this is the Sexy Mother Pucka. And I just need something to tone down this lip because I feel like it's too light for me. Dude, what's going on here? I don't like this either. I don't like any of this. I'm having trouble. Let's try this one more time. So I'm just gonna do this one by itself, the Pillow Plump, which is from Soap & Glory, which you can get at Target. They have it at Walgreens. It's like a drugstore brand now, which is awesome. Wow. It's definitely tingling wicked bad. Okay, so my lips are definitely tingling like a mother pucker for sure. Like, I feel like they're vibrating, like they're like tingling so much I feel like they're buzzing. Oh my god, this is crazy. I haven't worn like a legit lip plumper in a while. Are they getting bigger though? Oh my god, this is insane. My lips. You guys, I can't get over how my lips are feeling right now. That's awesome. It feels very strange, but I want you to try it. It doesn't hurt, it's just very weird. You know what it feels like? It feels like when your foot falls asleep and it just like feels like static tingling. That's what my lips feel like right now. Like I feel like I can't even control them. definitely try that shit because this is mind-boggling. How long does it last? Very interesting. But that pretty much wraps up the look, the first impressions. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, send me your requests for products that you want me to try. I always try to find them, but you know, sometimes it's hard to find the hot new drugstore products because other people find them first, or I just live in an area that doesn't get them as soon as a lot of other areas, but I try my best. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Other than that, I'll talk to you guys soon.
I don't know why I insist on trying to open everything with my fingernails and not getting a knife like a civilized human being. Because then I'm like, ah, because then my freaking nail breaks and then I just have to tell myself, what is wrong with you? This is your own fault. You can't blame anybody else.